There you are.
Hello. I'll say
Hello.
hello.
Sorry I'm late.
What's going on?
I'm Zelensky's worst nightmare
That that is a okay.
because I'm Russian.
What are you doing, mate?
It's just rushing around. I'm busy. Sorry, is this podcast too woke for jokes like that? I've got another one. Ready?
Go on.
I'm Zelensky's best friend.
Go on.
I was just
Okay, wait.
I was just biding my time.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Okay, all right, I'm gonna stop now. What's happening?
In Bali,
Yeah, fuck
overlooking.
yeah.
There's a really big fucking thing over in the distance, maybe about 10 or 15 kilometers away. It's huge. It's the only thing that I can like. There's nothing around, and then there's this giant thing. I think it's a temple or something.
Can you show us this, or is this too hard? Are you
Well,
like
I
set
don't know
up
if it's
there?
going to show on the camera the camera. If I take you outside, you're going to hear the day club.
Yeah, do that like last
What
time
do
when
you?
you when we saw the pool party happening.
All right, yeah, all right. I'll show you the day club.
Have you
Oop.
got a microphone there, or have you just got the earphone things doing their thing?
Do I sound like shit?
No, you sound good. You look and sound great, as always.
Well, can you hear the day club? So over there,
Oh, that's cool.
well, you can't see it because it's all fucked.
Yeah, it goes white.
Can't see it. Anyway, here I am in Bali. There's the ocean. There's the fucking pool.
No,
Down there.
oh, there we go. Yeah, the
Yeah,
pool. That's what we want.
pool.
That's the content we want,
Yeah.
Hendo. That's good.
So it's going all right. It's all right. This is it. My last night on the road, and I'm tired.
What
And
wait, do you have a beer first?
yeah, I do.
What are you working with?
Beer of the year.
Beer of the
Beer
year.
of the year.
What do you mean beer of the year?
Beer of the year. This one. It's a 500 ml can
Wow.
of Kura
Wait,
Kura Lager.
your head's not in that shit pick, but that's a nice looking can.
It's a very, very sexy can with a very, very sexy liquid inside it.
Hell yeah.
500 ml cans. Do you know what I've achieved with this beer? I probably shouldn't talk too much about it, but
Okay.
it's a very tasty beer that I've had the privilege of working on. So cheers.
Nice. Well, I'm interested. I'm sure our listeners are as well, but whatever. We can't talk about
Yeah,
it, so now you've ruined it.
come to Bali and come and drink it. That's probably a good idea.
Tell me about Bali. I've never been there. I'm slightly desire going there, but is it worth going to?
Well, I would probably take Erin's advice if you come to Bali.
Okay.
Erin gave me some really good advice. She said, come and stay here at the 66 Hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Run yourself a bubble bar.
Hang on. Was this text advice or was like some sort of video? Yeah, we're gonna stop with this.
No, she sent me a message on Instagram.
Same time, or is this a new message?
She said, "Run yourself." She actually. I think
I
I've told you this before.
I don't want to go into. If you go into whatever's about to happen, then I want to go into the beer secret you're trying to hide there. That's more interesting.
No. She literally sent me a video of like Jesus. The hotel room I was staying in.
Okay. Brilliant.
And she said, run a bubble bath and order yourself a fucking dirty burger and a chocolate fudge dessert, and eat it while you're in, and a bottle of Jack Daniels while you're in the bubble bath.
Wow, that's very
that's
good
a
advice.
fucking great idea. So I think that's what's going to happen next.
Wow. Yeah, no, she knows what's good. That's for sure.
Mm.
Yeah, that's good advice. How's the
She
beer?
needs to bring you here. This hotel,
okay,
and this part of Seminyak is amazing.
Is this the same hotel that you were at last time?
Yes.
Yes. Right. Got it. Okay.
Yes, that Erin was also at, but not at the same time.
Not at the same time. No, but she was in your DMs when you were there, talking about bubble baths.
That is correct. She was sliding into my DMs whilst I'm.
Don't say sliding.
with an identical photo, with an identical video of the fucking hotel room I was in.
Stop saying video. Right, all right.
Okay. Creepy, but here we are.
So I think she's stopped listening to the podcast. I hope she has.
That's probably for the best.
Yeah.
This has been
most people have, to be fair.
Yeah, true. we've got 12 left. That's fine.
Yeah. We got the original 12.
It's been a big fortnight away in Alice Springs and then down to Melbourne. I had a really good weekend in Melbourne. Caught up with an old friend there and hung out and went to a fucking great restaurant. Oh, can I recommend this? Put this shit in the show notes, man.
Okay.
Capitano in Carlton, which is owned by one of my favorite chefs in Melbourne, Casey Wall, and he used to own, when it was open, Rockwell and Sons, which did like smash burgers and fried chicken and stuff like that, right? And that's what Casey does really, really well, is comfort food. Nice. And so he's converted that, I think, into a bakery now called Falco. Then he's got a place up on Johnston Street in Fitzroy called, what's it called? I'll think of it in a second. But then he's got Capitano over in Carlton, up just north of Johnston Street, and it's like Italian comfort food. And it was just insane. And I had this amazing bottle of Nebbiolo.
Nice.
It was so good. Really, really good.
Carlton's awesome.
Drank a lot of Negronis and then jumped on a plane, came up here, went out to Plaga in the country, 2 hours north of Denpasar, centrifuged a beer, packaged the beer. Now I'm drinking the beer. And
nice. That's the same beer?
The same beer, the very same beer, yes.
It's today's batch. Yesterday.
It's canned today, literally canned a couple of hours ago.
Can't get fresher than that.
Mm.
Dude, you have to admit 500 ml in an insanely hot place is just simply too big for a can, right? You admit that or no?
If you admit that, you're not drinking fast enough.
No, I don't know about that. It's a big can. Talk to me when you're at the end of that can. Well, you're an aircon, but if you're outside, if you're outside drinking that can, an hour later it's warm as in your hand, it's tasting like coffee.
I'll tell you what though, I had a bit of a shit time getting into Indonesia because I happened to have a fucking veritable shitload of beer in my luggage.
Oh, they don't like that?
Just for, what's that?
They don't like that?
No, you're only allowed to bring a litre of alcohol, and I had nearly 9.
I thought they normally let you go through if you say it's beer.
They were actually really cool because I declared it, so I didn't Chappelle-Corby it or anything like that.
Right.
And so I declared it, and to be fair, the customs guys were lovely. They basically said, they were like, thank you so much for declaring this beer. Unfortunately, you're only allowed to bring 1 litre in. We will have to destroy the rest. And I had beers which I really wanted to get into the fucking country for various purposes, some business, some pleasure. And I said, oh, okay, no problem. And they sort of said, well, because you declared it, we'll let you have 4 litres, but you can't have all 9 litres. And I went, shit, that's pretty good. And I said, can I pick what I take with me?
That's only 8 beers if you have the stupid 500 ml cans. 12
cans. 12 cans.
Yeah,
no, 375
ml cans. It's only 8. There's another reason to not do 500.
Well, that's true. And so I said, oh, that's very nice of you. Thank you. And it might have been sort of like an arrangement.
Whoa. Slow down. Hang on a second.
But perhaps.
Was there some compensation involved?
No, nothing like that. No, that would be illegal.
There wasn't a bit of...
And so basically, basically it was like, I thought that I had to sacrifice some of the beers, basically how it generally went down. So, and so
when you say sacrifice, you gave it to the person.
Well, they said that, well, you can have 4 litres, but the rest of it we'll take and we have to destroy. And I went, oh, okay, no problem. And so I was kind of, so I handed over some of the beer, and basically straight away they just cracked cans and started pouring it into a bin right in front of me, and I'm like, fuck you.
Jesus.
Anyway, that was how it went down.
Wait, you really skimmed over this whole arrangement thing? You skimmed over.
I'd prefer to. Yeah, thanks.
We don't edit the podcast, so you don't want to say something
No.
you regret. Okay, I see.
That's
All
it.
right.
Just,
Okay.
just that's how it went down, and I got 4 liters instead of 1. So you just
That's
don't come into Indonesia with 22 cans of piss and expect to get away with it scot-free. It's just not going to happen.
Well, you could have rolled the dice and not declared it, and then probably been fine. But if you weren't fine, you probably would have got shit because they would have been sus. That's the move, right?
Probably would have paid the fine. I think they were talking like a couple of million rupiah or something, $100 or something. I should have just paid the fucking fine. Anyway, that's how it goes. And
instead, you laced their pockets. And
no, I didn't lace anyone's pockets.
Oh, okay. No, I'm not suggesting you did.
No. I got 4 liters of beer instead of 1 liter, so I think I did okay. Anyway, that was after. Like, it took me fucking 2 hours to get through customs and immigration and that sort of thing. So I'm standing before I even went to customs, I'm standing at the baggage carousel, and all the bags come out, and mine fucking didn't. I thought, I thought, fucking, what's going on here? And I go over to baggage services, like, what the fuck's going on here? Some other motherfucker with the same identical suitcase took mine.
What?
Yeah.
That like never
took my fucking suitcase off the fucking carousel, went through customs with the fucking beer, didn't declare it, went outside, looked at the suitcase, saw the fucking Stone and Wood sticker on it, says good beer is my thing, and went, fuck, that's not my fucking suitcase. I better bring it back. So they go back around to airside, go back through security, back in the baggage hall for me to get my fucking suitcase, for me to go through customs and clear the beer and have half it fucking destroyed.
Oh my God. You actually did Chappelle Corby your beer, but then you put it back through the system.
No, they did. The stupid motherfuckers that took my bloody bag
Chappelle.
by accident.
That was Chappelle.
Yeah, they Chappelled it through. 100%.
Oh my God.
Yep. And they got through, and I didn't because I was the good guy who declared it.
That is the definition of fumbling the bag.
It is so much, so bad.
Oh, man. That is terrible.
So that was just, it was a very interesting experience. And I hope I don't have to go through again, but fucking who knows? Anyway, it's
Can I ask you, what is hotter between Alice Springs barley or Nerang?
Oh, can you say that again? Because you're breaking up.
What is hotter out of Alice Springs barley and Nerang?
Alice Springs barley and Nerang. What was the question? Like, which is better?
Which is hotter?
Which is hotter?
Yeah.
Oh, probably Nerang right now, I'd imagine.
100%. Nerang is hotter than everywhere on Earth.
How hot is it?
I don't know. Fucking hot. Extremely fucking hot.
We get the afternoon storms here and that sort of thing. So,
dude, Nerang is the hottest place on Earth. I never knew this. I only learned this after buying a business in Nerang.
Well, that was pretty dumb, wasn't it?
100%.
You should have done your due diligence.
Definitely. That wasn't part of the due diligence. It was like, look at all the financials and talk to the staff and all that kind of shit. Nothing about heat. Nothing at all about heat.
You're supposed to look at the numbers, mate, including temperature.
I did not look at temperature or humidity. I fucking should have. It's insanely hot there. It's crazy.
Don't you have air conditioning in your office?
Yeah, in the office, but but today I was doing I started the day by doing forklift training for the first time. I owned a brewery for 8 years and never considered getting a forklift license. And but now I've got a business where we just don't have like hundreds of people around, so I got to do some shit myself. So I put my hand up to do the license. So me and Aaron spent the first like 2 hours.
Is Aaron getting a forklift ticket as well?
Yeah, we're both doing it.
Oh, fucking post photos, man.
I know. I should have videoed. She did really well. She smashed it. And I was like, fuck, I hope I don't need to do that. That looks terrifying. But the dude started. He rocks up. He looks like fucking Vin Diesel. He rocks up. He goes,
did you go all fast and furious on your forklifts?
100%. 100%. He rocks up and he goes, hi, is Jason there? And we're like, no, fucking Jason's not here.
Do you mean Jason Statham?
Jason Statham? No, the funny thing is, this guy's name was actually Jason.
What?
And they were like, well, no, there's no one here called Jason. Who are you? He's like, I'm Jason. I'm like, okay, let's fucking start again. Anyway, eventually they worked out that he was here for me because I called him to do the forklift thing.
Did he think your name was Jason?
Yeah, I suppose so. And then we sat down and he didn't say anything. He's like, we're going to fill in these bits of paper and then we're just going to watch a couple of videos. And it's like, all right, no worries. He puts his laptop on the table, and he has this like security camera video footage, right? There's a little forklift coming along, and there's a guy standing on the side packing a truck. Forklift goes towards the guy. He's got a full pallet in front of him. He raises the pallet up, drives straight towards the guy. The guy turns around, faces the truck because he thinks the forklift's going that way, drives it straight into the truck, turns the guy into a fucking playing card, snaps him into pieces into the fucking truck like he was butter.
Mm.
And me and Aaron like this customers like coming in for coffee and shit. Me and Aaron was like, fuck, like fucking screaming.
Yeah.
And then he was like, oh, that's just one. I've got 4 more. And then proceeded. He showed us one, which you can Google if you're into this shit. I never ever watched this kind of shit. Did you watch Klaus? I'm not fucking into it. The fucking Circle of Death or some shit.
No.
Yes. You've seen that one?
Yeah, we show that to the students at TAFE.
Oh my God. Fucking hell. And the worst thing about this Circle of Death one, right? You see the entire fucking thing, and there's a smear happening in a perfect circle of this person's body, and then they decide to pixel out the details so you can't see what's happening. What about all the fucking shit I just saw?
Yeah. If you would like some light-hearted forklift safety video training,
okay,
I would recommend Klaus.
All right, give us a link. Put in the show notes.
Yep.
I'm not putting that other shit in the show notes. No one needs to see that.
It's forklift driver Klaus. First day on the job. A short film by Jörg Wagner and Stefan Pren.
How long does it go for?
9 minutes and 34 seconds.
Okay, we're not watching that. But give us a link. I'll put in the show notes.
Absolutely. Hang on a second. Let me get the link. And it's kind of funny, but kind of fucked up at the same time. Oh, yes, it's great. And it's also done in the 90s.
Okay. Does one of them end up getting turned into paste at the end? Because that's what I'm familiar with in terms of forklift videos.
What's that?
Does one get turned into like a paste in the end? One of the
No. There is blood, but it's very there you go. It's in the chat there.
FTW. That means for the win for the kids.
For the win. Yep.
Yeah.
And it's just hilarious.
Nice. All right. Well, fuck forklifts, and safety is important. I said to the guy today, he's like, oh, I don't know how quickly you want to get it. Because obviously he goes into places there like, I need my license today. And I'm like, I do not want my fucking ticket until I'm very, very confident that I can make sure people are safe. That's the main thing. And he was like, wow, that's actually nice to hear that.
Yeah. Because normally people just want to get the ticket so they can work.
And dude, one of the places, like we were pretty good at Black Ops with like safety. Well, yeah, we won a fucking award for it. We're pretty onto it. But I delivered to a place in Brisbane that's a distribution place. It's called, actually, I better not say the name of it, but we deliver there because we've got a coffee customer in the middle of Queensland, and they deliver from this distro place in Brisbane. And you go there, you rock up in the car park, and you get out of your car, and there is fucking forklifts flying around this car park. Yeah. Like just
you've got
flying everywhere. No horns, no high vis, no fucking nothing. People walking around.
Do you have high vis?
Fucking terrifying. No.
Get a high vis vest, chuck it in the glove box, mate.
Yeah. I think that's a good idea. But this is like, people are definitely going to die at this place, 100%. Like these guys obviously know what they're doing, but fuck me.
Yeah, but the thing is, where it goes all pear-shaped is if you rock up and you don't know what's going on.
Exactly.
And they know what's going on, and they don't know that you don't know what's going on.
Well, I'm putting in my, like this, I have a very, very small business. It's not like we have lots of procedures for shit, but I put in like delivery procedures. So when people deliver to a certain place, you know, that they know what to do. And I'm specifically writing in that one for that delivery. Make sure you fucking onto it in terms of noticing where the forklifts are. They can come out of nowhere. They don't beep their horns. They're fucking flying around the joint. They will 100% kill you if they hit you.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, that's the
forklifts are fucking dangerous, man.
Dude, so dangerous. Surprisingly easy to drive though. Probably shouldn't say that, but I was shitting myself about learning how to drive.
They're generally easy to drive, but they're not particularly stable. They don't have very good brakes, and they don't have good visibility when you've got a load, and they're top heavy when you've got the tines high up.
100%.
Did you learn about the pyramid of stability?
Oh no, but now that you
The
said it, I think it makes sense. You mean
or the
tilting it back
triangle of stability?
towards the center?
No. So basically, you've got the front wheels, the back wheels, and the load makes the triangle of stability. When you raise the load up with the tines, the higher the load, the taller the triangle of stability, and the less stability you have.
I see. That makes sense. Yeah.
Center of gravity and all that sort of shit.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. I mean, just to think that you can carry, because our pallets are a ton. They're all the same. They're all milk.
Yes.
So they're a ton each, which is a
ton of
lot
milk.
of weight. It's a car. It's a car. It's a fucking car.
That's a cow. 2 cows.
Crazy. So
a cow and a half at least.
Yeah. Safety first. Anyway, we better get into this podcast because we've got a beer podcast to do.
Not a forklift podcast.
It's not a fucking. This is not forklift advice. Not safety advice. Before we get into the news, Adam Beer update. A very quick update because Phil messaged me today. Well, Adam Shell put a post in the Facebook group, facebook.com.
Who just happened to be at Hiker.
Boston the Brewer.
Probably serendipitously, he happened to be at Hiker Brewing Company.
It's probably his 8th post from Hiker in the last, since we brewed the beer.
Accidentally showed up, completely at the right time when they just happened to be playing around with the Adam beer. And
his timing is impeccable.
So fortuitous. I don't know how he does it. He's rarely there.
I mean, whenever he is there, there's some kind of thing going on with the Adam beer. I know that much.
Yeah, on those rare occasions where Adam Shell, not that one, the other one, is at Hiker Brewing Company. I'm pretty sure it's only the second time he's been there this year.
Not according to our Facebook group. So anyway, the beer is tasting very good. Phil asked for our logo. So it sounds like our logo is going to go on the can. I sent him the logo, even though we don't have a logo.
Right.
But I sent him, I forgot we have this circle thing. Fuck, we do have a logo.
Yeah, you do have a logo. What's it for?
I just sent him the podcast artwork because I forgot I didn't realize we had a logo, but we got this.
Yeah.
I don't have this. I think Craig did this, didn't he?
No, you're
No, I've got the pick of us and the Boston the Brewer. I don't have the circle thing. I've just got the actual square artwork. So I sent him that. I mean, you can take out the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I sent him.
Ask Craig.
Yeah. But anyway, the plan is no, he's not doing it. I think Hiker guys are going to do it because they need to get it done real quick. It's getting packed on. I should make sure the dates are right. It's getting packed soon, and they're aiming. I hope I can announce this. I don't know if it's announced.
Don't announce it.
Don't pack mid-January.
Don't steal their thunder.
Okay, so don't announce it. Well, okay. Well, let me just say that there will be a launch day. And it'll be a great day. And we should do a meetup on that day.
Yes.
And it'll be coming soon. Can I say that?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't think it was a secret. I asked him. Actually, didn't reply to that. I asked him if I could share it. That's the update.
Yeah, okay.
All right. That's the update.
All right.
Fuck, it's hot here too. This is almost as hot as in Narang in my house at the moment. All right, get off your phone. We've got a podcast to do.
Sorry. I had a message from the client who wants to try the beer.
To biz. Crafty Pint 2023 year in beer.
Oh, I saw this, but I actually didn't have a chance to have a good look through it.
I had a little skim through. I pulled out some quotes for you if you want to look at the show notes there. So
yeah, go for it.
Here's a quote. 2023 has proven to be by far the toughest for the beer and hospo world in the 13 plus years we've been covering it on Crafty Pint. I mean, I think that excludes COVID, but
was this year tougher than COVID? Probably, given
the
number of VAs.
in Melbourne. Yeah.
Yeah.
Expect to see more voluntary administration, sales, consolidation, and closures in the year ahead. Now, this line on VAs, I think, echoes what we've been talking about every week on this podcast.
Yeah.
Big and small and other creditors who have been weathering losses too.
Yes.
That can and will have a knock-on impact beyond those businesses themselves, for example, when it comes the terms or prices they have to impose on their other customers. which is a very, very good point. They're basically saying VAs are being presented as restructuring the balance sheet as in a positive way. But really what it means is that a whole bunch of other people that supply the industry are getting fucked over. And ultimately that's going to come back to bite everybody.
Yes.
Well,
it's been a tough year. And it's fucked. Everything's fucked. 2023 has been a fucking atrocious year for the industry. And I wonder what's going to happen in 2024.
I think it'll be worse.
You reckon?
Yeah. And I don't want to be too negative. It's a bit late for that, but I think there's a lot of, because when you see shit like VAs and other things, you know, we've seen them at the very high end, like the tribe, like the real big ones. And we've seen the smaller sort of brew pub ones who can like kind of restructure the balance sheet in inverted commas.
Yes.
But we haven't seen the ones in between, really, other than, I suppose, Ballistic, I suppose. But that was a little bit of a unique case because they had the whole massive recall issue and all of that. And they were also very close to a sale, I think I understand. I don't know. Hopefully that's public, but there was rumors of it was a unique situation.
Yes.
But you know, in those businesses, it becomes clear that they can't pay their debts very quickly. But it's always in between businesses. Like when we looked at the Filter crowdfunding, and we looked at the way that business worked, and they were losing money. They were slowing in growth. They had multiple millions of dollars in debt.
Yes.
You know, they're telling the story. This is great. We're doing this investment raise at $50 million valuation, but how? I cannot see how it gets better for a business like that. And there's a lot of businesses like that in our industry, and there's some big names. So I don't think it'll be better next year. There's no reason to me why this stuff wouldn't have been happening without anyone seeing it in companies that are just bigger than the ones that we see.
Yes. Maybe, I don't know. So, it would be probably a good thing if we would have sort of get a general, because one of the things that hasn't come out in the sort of the mainstream media, particularly with a lot of the VAs this year, is what's been the outcome of a lot of the dockers that have been agreed to.
In the beer industry or just generally?
Well, in the beer industry, because we know the Ballistic one because we happened across it, but you know the other ones we don't know. We're not privy to it because we're too cheap to spend the $60 on them.
Well, maybe the beer media.
But then at the same time, even though this stuff is all fucking public knowledge, if you're prepared to pay for it and maybe do, I don't know, a little bit of investigative journalism, that it's not being reported on. Isn't that strange?
It is strange. Yeah.
It's almost like stuff that's in the public interest and is on the public record isn't being reported on.
Yeah. Weird.
Weird. So strange. Who would have thought that there'd actually be bad news in this industry that maybe needs to be reported on? So
there's plenty of bad news reported on. It's just cherry picked.
Indeed.
Yeah. Anyway, but not to say that, and like we said this last week, there's you know, generally business conditions are not awful at the moment. There's a lot of good positive signs. And there's a lot of businesses that are doing quite well. And I think the way, and I'm sure we've said it on here before, I think the way the industry is structured with the excise rebate and everything, like it really favors the smaller brew pub type operations.
Yes.
And there's a lot of that. Like most of the industry, like if you think of the people, most of the founders of breweries are that sort of smaller brew pub model. And, you know, there's no reason why I know some of them are doing quite well at the moment.
Yes.
So
some breweries are. But some are doing okay and some are doing fucking terribly. I think the ones that are doing, I think I saw an article, I can't remember if it was Crafty or Brews News or something like that. It was like featured Rupert from Ten Toes talking. Oh, no, it was like there's other mainstream media actually. ABC, it was ABC.
Right.
And And he was talking about the fact that he's struggled this year, but he said one of the best things that he did was to not take the line of credit from the ATO or excise during the pandemic.
Yep, smart.
And although that's been tough for him, he hasn't come out of the pandemic with a big fucking raging debt.
Yeah.
Whereas all but one of the other VAs that's happened this year has had massive fucking debts to the ATO.
Yep. I don't know if that's just because of the kind of loan or them not taking the lack of repayment seriously for a while, which the ATO did, or it's just that the excise is viewed as, and all debt is viewed as like something you can worry about later, and it's a real dangerous view to have.
Well, exactly, and the thing is with for excise debt, mismanaged or managed, I suppose, either wisely or not so wisely, and with proper negotiation with the ATO, it's a form of interest-free debt.
That's the problem. It's very, very juicy to finance people. They're like, this is the best possible debt you can get.
Yeah.
Problem is,
why don't you park that debt with the government, with the taxpayer? This is a fucking great idea, isn't it?
Yeah, it's scary. And I think when businesses get to a certain size too, they kind of get to the point where it's like, well, we're kind of big enough that if things aren't well, we can sell the story that we're going through a rough patch, we're turning things around. But I don't know. I just think transparency and honesty is the best approach. And if things aren't going well, you need to just say they're not going well. And if you make a mistake, you get into too much debt. And to the credit of a lot of these places, like the ones that, we've mentioned, and we've sort of, I'm going to say we've had a go at them, but we've sort of said, don't call it restructuring the balance sheet, because what you're doing is fucking around suppliers. But people who call it early, who realize we're not getting out of this hole, if we call it early and we do it now and we're financially responsible going forward, we might still have a business. And that's the way to do it, rather than dragging on until you get to a tribe where you've got $40 million in debt or whatever it was.
Indeed. Yeah. What else was interesting in that fucking thing there?
It wasn't a good year. So let's skip on to some topic number 2, which is ABAC guide for digital marketing.
Oh, here we go. Rightio.
So
are you going to call this a scam or something? Do you have to pay for it?
Grift. You have to pay for it. Yeah, you have to opt in.
You have to opt in and pay for it.
It's an entry-level product. You'll pay $99. Then you get upsold a webinar.
Dan back.
As soon as ABAC start talking to Taki, it's fucking game over. They're gonna make so much money.
That's funny. Best practice for a responsible digital marketing guide. Inclusion of programmatic targeting tools, ad placement, how users can use self-exclusion options. Oh, okay, rightio.
There is we've mentioned the show notes before. If you go to bossandthebrewer.com, all of our shows have the notes of everything we talk about. And I don't know how many people go there, but it is actually a pretty good resource, because I've sort of used it from time to time. I put the direct link to the PDF of the ABAC.
Yes, I saw that.
Guide.
Let's have a look at it.
There's no opt-in. There's no $99.
Rightio. I didn't have to get my credit card out.
No, not yet.
At all.
No. And you know what? If you breach ABAC, you don't have to get your credit card either, because it's not law.
So, okay, digital marketing. Okay, I hope they brought this up to 2023 standards, because in the ABAC code, it actually talks about Friendster in
oh wow
in the ABAC code. Here we go. Applications, blogs, brand websites, instant messaging, live casting, microblogs, mobile communications and messaging. It's not in alphabetical order, by the way. Online banner advertising, online gaming, photo sharing, podcasts, proximity marketing, QR codes, relationship marketing, RSS feeds, search engine marketing and optimization, social channels, Instagram, Pinterest, Reddit, Facebook, Snapchat, Friendster, user-generated content, video sharing, Periscope, YouTube, Vimeo. Fuck uses Periscope anymore.
Periscope? Email marketing anymore. Isn't Twitter
and,
bought that,
and Friendster. I mean, Friendster. What the hell?
Friendster's still on there.
No, it's not.
Oh, fuck's sake. Yeah. Periscope's not on there, is it? Is it?
Yeah, Periscope's on there.
What?
Yeah.
Didn't Periscope get bought by Twitter?
Yeah, so Periscope, YouTube, Vimeo, but Twitch is okay. And what about Rumble?
Hang on a second. I thought they got bought by Twitter like a decade ago.
Periscope.
Yeah, acquired by Twitter.
Yeah.
Like
what was the one that did
ago.
the what about Vine? Vine's not
2015. 2015. That's 8 years ago.
later. Nice work, fucking ABAC.
Oh my God.
That's your grift money at work.
That is the grift. The grift is strong.
Email marketing, and don't forget wikis, because everybody looks up fucking alcohol shit on a wiki.
Yeah, look up Grodzitsky on the Wikipedia. That's a good one to look up.
Okay, so let me just gloss through this, because let's just see what's going on there. Restriction controls, aged mechanisms, yes, okay. Paid alcohol, yeah, organic, yes.
I like the bit on influencers, if you make it that far.
Partners and influencers, yes. Here we go. Examples of digital marketing activity the ABAC adjudication panel has found must meet ABAC code standards includes Snapchat, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, Shazam, Twitter, TikTok, Friendster, digital radio, digital television, digital outboard, in-flight entertainment, online gaming, digital catalog,
you added
own websites, third-party websites.
Didn't say Friendster. Fuck's sake! Come on, this is marketing advice. Let's be serious.
Yeah, exactly. If you're going to advertise alcohol, be on Friendster, because it's not mentioned in this document.
Do you know why I know they haven't brought this up to speed with 2023?
Why?
Because there's no mention of AI. There's a whole channels now.
That's actually a really good point.
There's whole channels now. Do you see this thing? I saw this thing yesterday. It's like a whole broadcast news channel, which is entirely driven by AI. It's AI video presenters that look real. They're speaking the news in video to people, all AI. Like this, wow. It's going to be 5 minutes before this thing's out of date. But the thing that got my attention was the influencer stuff, because that's a big topic at the moment, right?
Yeah, of course, and it's been the subject of a lot of fucking complaints this year.
Yeah, and if you look, and we actually talked about this when we saw the Inspired Unemployed video of them,
yes,
getting shit-faced and having a bit of fun, and we're like, well, what happens if Better Beer doesn't share the video, but the Inspired Unemployed guys do? Then it's not an ABAC breach, right? But in this guide, they kind of say it is an ABAC breach, but they have these rules in here, like UGC, which is user-generated content.
Yes.
You could argue that, well, in that case, that's not what's going on. But like the videos we put on here where the guy does the hard solo and the cocktail, that's like user-generated content, right?
Yes.
It's not the brand doing it; it's some other guy doing it.
No. As long as there's no agreement with that particular influencer,
right? But
then how can that be enforced?
Well, they're saying this. Okay, so the wording they use is UGC within digital platforms controlled by alcohol and alcohol alternative marketers, which is anyone who's doing anything, including UGC shared or endorsed by an alcohol marketer or a brand tag, but that's just including, but that's not exclusive to, is within the scope of the ABAC code.
Yes.
So, I mean, basically what they're saying, and then point 13, which if you've got the thing up, I think it's towards the end of your list there.
Yes.
They're basically saying a whole bunch of shit that happens all the time is within the code. And I think it's going to be absolutely impossible to police that.
But the thing is, ABAC don't police. It's only if people complain.
Right, but I mean, okay, so one of the things is, if you're going to choose an influencer, don't choose an influencer who has demonstrated inappropriate consumption of alcohol in the past, right? Like the Inspired Unemployed guys, I'm sorry to pick on them, but like every alcohol influencer at one point has made a joke about chugging beer or something, right?
Sure.
And it's on their story or something. You'll never see it again. You'll probably delete from the timeline. But
yes.
This is saying if they've ever done anything in the past, you can't. It would be a breach if you do any content with that person.
Yes.
I mean, how the
you
fuck
can't do it? You can't do that level of due diligence, and I think that's point 14. Point 14. Before an influencer is engaged, a marketer should verify that the influencer has A, no publicly known history of alcohol abuse or irresponsible behavior related to alcohol use, That's Adam Shell.
That's everybody.
No known history of publishing content that would not meet ABAC code standards. Agreed to meet ABAC code content and placement standards when promoting an alcohol ban, ideally undertaking the free ABAC online training course. Oh, the course is free. Agreed to remove content that ABAC adjudication panel finds breaches the ABAC code.
What content? Just the content that you post on this, or just all the
no,
content?
That's someone that's been subject of a complaint.
But okay, fine. They're gonna remove it, but then that's not how social media works these days. It's done.
Yeah,
it's done.
Yeah.
They got the attention, and it's done.
Yeah.
So this is crazy. It's not going to work. It's a grift.
Unenforceable.
And I'm unenforceable, and I'm not paying $99 for my opt-in PDF. However, if you do want to read it,
free ABAC. What about the free course, the free online course? It's free.
Will I do the free course and the webinar? Maybe I will. But I won't pay for the seminar, the in-person seminar. I'm not going to pay for that.
No, that's stupid.
No. But
and I'll watch it online.
If you want to do the right thing, worth reading the guide for sure. Yes. And it is a good idea to do the right thing.
Yeah.
Check it out on bostonthebrewer.com. And yeah, it's not going to work, but
right. What's next?
It is good to do the right thing. Speaking of influencers, Crafty Pint do a thing called Getting Blind, but it's not getting blind as in getting fuck-eyed. It's blind tasting.
Right.
You get the thing, right? It's not a...
I hear.
Is Crafty Pint making references to intoxication? Are they breaching age?
Definitely not. No.
Okay. All right. Just,
no. They didn't pay.
All right. So now, if you recall, we submitted to this, to the influencer.
Oh, we did. We're not in it. I'm looking at all the pictures.
We sure
aren't even in it.
And we never got a reply from James or the crew there either, which is a shame.
That's so bullshit. That was a... Did we put Grodzitsky in or Adam Beer?
No, Adam Beer. I mean, we couldn't even...
Well, I guess it's fair because it hasn't been released yet. We should have put the Grodzitsky in.
Well, we don't have any.
I actually could have sent... Had we put the Grodzitsky in, I could have sent some to Crafty because I still got some in the fridge.
Really?
Yeah.
We should have done that.
It's museum.
Retention
museum
library.
Beer.
So normally...
Or you call it retention library. I call it retention library.
Pretentious library.
Yeah.
Nice. Normally on
all
this
fucking
podcast,
lagers.
I do all the work, do all the research, read through every article, come in hot with an opinion, and you just look at it live when we're doing the recording, and I sit here and do nothing, and the audience also sits there and does nothing while you comprehend the article. In this case, I didn't read this.
Okay,
I spent all the time on the ABAC one, and I didn't read this article.
Rightio. So, I actually have read this article, and I'm aware of all of these. Some actually I wasn't aware of.
How many lagers? How many non-lagers?
It's all lagers. Yeah, it's mostly lagers. Yeah, so session ales, beer with fucking what is it called? Fucking electrolytes.
Yeah, can't say
salt.
that.
It's got salt in it.
Yeah,
it's great. Tasting. What are the top 10? Here we go. Number 1, Traveller. Whoa,
dude.
Benny Taylor.
We said it here first, didn't we? We said it. We drunk and we're like, this is fucking good beer.
Number 2, beer.
Oh no!
You put salt in anything, it's going to taste better.
That's fair.
Number 2, Equal Tradie Pale Ale. Number 4, Bloke in a Bar Midi. Number 5, Tradie Lager.
Tradie's on fire.
Bloke in a Bar Lager. Yeah, Tradie's good.
Bloke in a Bar's on fire too.
Brouhaha 4B Session Ale. Tradie Mid Strength. The Tradie's got fucking 3 beers in this shit.
What's Brouhaha 4B Session Ale?
It's actually a beer done with a 4x4 enthusiast, and I can't remember his name, but it's 4B, 4x4.
I'm a 4x4 enthusiast.
It's a collaborative. Yeah, of course you are. It's a collaboration between Sunshine Coast-based Brouhaha Brewery and one of their locals, Jace Andrews, who is the star of Channel 10's All 4 Adventure Show.
Channel 10. Wow, I'm sure lots of people watch that.
Yeah, watch Channel 10,
Yeah, so much Channel 10 action going on.
That was how it goes. Pretty good.
Tradie Largo Brewing. From Dan Murphy's, Alphington. Oh, that's where they bought it from. Okay, that's fair. Where's the Kingswood one? There's a Kingswood one.
Kingswood, the band. Have you seen them live? They're pretty good.
Dude, I saw them at Stone and Wood
Day of the
Stone.
Yeah, same. So good.
Yeah, they're fucking sick. There? Yeah, dude, I was there.
I was trashed.
Okay, well.
I slept in my car.
Well, I should have. The Kristen from Your Mates was DJing. It's probably the same year.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah, we were fuck-eyed. It was great.
Okay, well, there you go. Tradie influencer beers. Go check them out.
Yeah,
that Traveller getting on there. That's good. That's a friend of the pod, member of the 12, member of the Facebook group, and sponsored beverage provider. Good on him. All right, in shocking news, the IBA have cancelled Good Beer Week again.
Shock news.
Shit. Got any? I don't even. I mean, I'm not in the industry anymore, so I can actually speak my mind. But as someone who's actively in the industry,
I think it's really interesting because currently in Australia there are, unless I will happily be corrected, there are no beer weeks in any capital city in Australia currently. None. No,
so
Brews
the beer
Vegas.
Week is a thing of the past.
The beer week is a thing of the past. It is dead. There's no Brews Vegas. There's no Sydney Craft Beer Week. There's no Good Beer Week in Melbourne. Did Adelaide even have one? I don't fucking know. Did Perth have one? Probably, but I can't remember the name of it. So yeah, nothing.
Wow, that's dude. I met you at the first. Well, was it Brisbane?
Brews Vegas.
Brews Vegas, yeah.
Yeah, at Curbside.
Yeah.
Which is now the Osborne Hotel.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's nothing. There is no beer week. So currently, unless there's something happening in Perth or fucking Adelaide or Darwin, the concept of the city-based beer week with events at different venues is currently dead in Australia.
Melbourne keep having a crack, though, don't they, with the support of Crafty, Pint, and some Pint of Origin and places like that. Like they kind of
Pint of Origin is kind of a separate thing, always has been from Good Beer Week. But I'm talking about the thing where venues around town run events, come and try beer, come and get familiar with beer and that sort of thing. And what do you think might be the cause of that?
No, I'm just my point was not to have a go at anyone, just to say that the guys like Crafty, Pint and those real crafty venues are still holding up their end of the deal. Was my point.
Crafty Pint runs Pint of Origin, which is an event in its own right, just like any other beer festival, like Gabs or whatever. Right, but that's not.
It was a big part of Good Beer Week. It was kind of like this. It was almost like the central kind of.
But now it's its own event. Sure, it's a week-long event, but it's its own event. So, what does that tell you about the beer week in Australia and what it actually means now?
It tells me that when there was all these puffy articles put out on Brews News and other places about when the IBA took over Good Beer Week, about it being such a great thing that this awesome association was going to take it national and perhaps international. And since then, they've cancelled 2 of them.
One during the pandemic, which is fair.
No, it wasn't during the pandemic. It was right at the perfect time.
It was right at the end. Yes.
Yes. No. It wasn't. Yeah, it was at the perfect time to back Melbourne to get out of all the shit they'd gone through.
Yes.
And at that point, there was literally no reason to cancel it other than
loose liquor licensing laws, drink on the street.
100%. And people were coming back. They desperately needed it. That was the time.
People wanted to socialise.
And, I feel bad because associations are fucking hard, right? I've been a member and a board member of associations in the past. It's fucking impossible because it's voluntary.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
Yes.
But people pay a lot of money
and stressed
to be part of the IBA. A lot of money.
Yes.
And, it was celebrated when Good Beer Week became part of the IBA as it was going to be a good thing. Where the fuck is Good Beer Week now?
No, it's dead.
And where's the IBA now? To be honest, like I reread because they put like a 10-year strategy out a couple of years ago. They put this big flashy document together. I reread it. I skimmed it. I'll be honest, because there was so much bullshit and fluff and managerial bullshit speak in there. And they had like a target of getting to 15% market share after a few years. And granted, the industry has not gone the way that people expected. But I saw a post in a Facebook group a couple of weeks ago from a guy I know, just asking a simple question like, hi, I'm a new brewery. I'm thinking about joining the IBA. What are the benefits of joining?
Yes.
There was no comments on the entire post other than one person who said, I think they got the excise increase through, and a reply to that saying, actually, there was a lot of associations involved in that. It wasn't an IBA thing. They were part of it. But
yes. The highlights for the IBA this year were BrewCon on the Gold Coast, which was excellent.
Yeah.
The Indies Awards, which were also excellent.
Both of which they make a lot of money on, in addition to their membership.
And we also got those coasters and posters and marketing things that didn't mention the word beer.
Answer me honestly, because the IBA is a fucking expensive thing to join. If you've got a decent amount of volume, it's very expensive. If you had a brewery now and you were strapped for cash and you want to do the right thing, you want to be part of the industry association, but you can spend $1,000, $2,000, $10,000 a month on marketing or finance or paying off your ATO debt or spend on the IBA. Would you join the IBA?
Well, I'm a member of the IBA, but I've just signed up for another year.
Right, that's different though. If you had a brewery and you're paying thousands of dollars a month.
Look, there has been the thing about the IBA is that there's been some intangible stuff, a lot of lobbying going on, which Kylie Lethbridge that's her area of expertise and that sort of thing. You don't see that directly.
That's fair.
And easily. But the thing is, I would probably also give some constructive criticism to the IBA to say the communications are really average. Like they send out an email communication maybe once a month or something like that. And instead of just putting everything in the fucking email, it's a link to this fancy flip page fucking shockwave thing.
Something from the 90s where you have to pretend like your computer's a magazine.
Exactly. It's probably, exactly. It's like, just stop that, because I think about the amount of work that's gone into somebody who's done desktop publishing and everything to fucking put that together. And you don't read it because I don't want to flip pages on my fucking computer. I want to scroll.
I never, ever see anything put out by the IBA, ever.
Yeah,
I do. No, but how do you see it, and where do you see it?
In the flip page thing.
Well, how do you? Oh, so you get the emails?
Yeah, I get the email with the flip. I get the email with the link that goes to the flip page thing, and I kind of rapidly flip through the pages.
And when you get that email, had you heard about whatever the news is before then, or that's how you know about it?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I stand corrected.
Yes, it's news. Yeah, it is newsworthy, and that is, the content is great. The delivery method of it is very convoluted, probably really expensive to produce, and you kind of say to yourself, why the fuck are they going to this trouble? Just give me the info.
But I think communication-wise, I think that is also a criticism of the awards, because like you mentioned BrewCon and Indies, which are both awesome. I mean, there's nothing like BrewCon, so that's that's cool. But they make a lot of it's fucking expensive. Remember we were talking about how expensive it was to present? Well, you paid it.
Yeah.
And then Indies are not cheap either, like seriously expensive.
No.
So
they're good money spinners for the IBA, and so they should be.
All right, that's fair. They generate a lot of revenue on that. But what are they doing in terms of content and communication?
Yeah.
In terms of results, especially the awards, like how many cool stories are coming out of these awards?
Exactly. I'd like to see much more frequent and lighter and less detailed content. Don't give me the whole month's worth of fucking monolithic content in a fancy flip page thing that costs thousands of dollars to produce. Just blast out a fucking weekly email like Crafty and Brews News do to say, here's the fucking summary. Here's a fucking link if you want to go read more shit about it on a web page, and that's it.
Yeah, but also back to my original question, like, are you only joining this association because it's the right thing to do?
Yes.
Right. There's no other reason to join because you can get all that information.
No, I get discount at Brewcon and that sort of thing.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm saying hypothetically, if you had a brewer and you had to spend thousands of dollars each month.
Well, they get discounts at Brewcon and all that sort of stuff. So.
Okay, this is starting to sound like a Clark and Door bit. I mean, discounts at Brewcon. Come on.
The front fell
so okay, you spend thousands of dollars on this organization so you can get a discount at that organization's profitable event.
Yes.
I'm not going to say grift because it's not grift advice.
No, that's not about the IBA. I don't think that's fair. But there certainly needs to be, in my opinion, a bit of a restructure in how the IBA communicates. It needs to be more streamlined. It doesn't need to be difficult to communicate with your members.
Yeah.
It would be great to just have a weekly email, just smash out, like you smash out a fucking blog once a week. It's not hard. And you don't have a fucking triple digit IQ. It's not hard.
Dude, I'm smart as shit. What are you talking about? I'm 100% in agreement with you, but I know what it's like when you work in an association like that. It's fucking difficult to do anything.
Yes.
But I'm just speaking purely asking the question from the point of view if you're a brewery, does it make sense to join? And I think breweries would be fairly questioning whether or not it makes sense to be part of the IBA at the moment.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of value being added there.
Indeed.
If anyone from the IBA wants to come on the pod,
happy to talk to them.
100%.
Yeah, happy to talk to them because, to be honest, I'd like to know more. Because if you think about the position that we have, the basis of this conversation, it comes from a place of just not knowing what the fuck's going on.
Also wanting the best for the industry. Like we both love the industry. We want the best for it.
Absolutely.
Also let Coopers join or give them lifetime membership forever. That's all. That's
bloody oath. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Topic number 6.
Birchal
raises on Birchal.
Capital raise.
Now,
that's very meta.
Dude,
I saw that.
One thing that surprised me. Did you have a look at this offer document?
Not profitable.
Linked you to? Well, no, not that. Yes. Just the actual document itself. Like this is the first one I've seen that is the opposite of what you just talked about, which is like the overly desktop publishing full of images flicking through.
Oh, so yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's like all of the other CSFs that have happened have been like these fancy fucking documents. This is just a Word document. It's PDF.
But this is very much
hardcore
like
PDF.
Like the stock exchange kind of document.
And you know what?
Text.
That fucking should be.
Yeah. That was the first thing I noticed.
Absolutely fucking should be.
The other thing I noticed was Birchal in 1 year went, and I fucking love Matt and I love Birchal. I was a big part of their early success. I was a massive fan, and a big advocate for equity crowdfunding because I like transparency. Yes. I like that part of it. But fuck, I feel like there's some red flags in here.
Such as profitability.
Well, all I've seen is a lot of sponsored posts about how much money they've raised and celebrating, and then I just look at the financials, which I obviously know very little about because I'm only just looking at what's on here, and it looks like they've gone from being profitable to a year later losing millions of dollars and
$2 million,
and putting a statement in here saying we're a going concern, but we're going to have to raise more funds, which I assume means after this raise, right? Like that's obviously they don't need to raise more funds. They're currently raising more funds. It's a fucking problem when a growth company goes from profitability to losing money to the tune of millions of dollars. Like their revenue's only like, what's it, like 3.5 million or something?
3.8 in 2022, dropped to 2.9 in FY23. And they're basically looking at matching last year's.
So there's something going on. I mean, the text here says they've got a whole, but like it's all these employee expenses. So
yes,
it could be some kind of creative accounting with stock stuff, or they got a bunch of developers who are building some kind of amazing new platform. But it's not really. There's no detail of it in here. And if Matt's listening, I love Matt. He's awesome.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
And talk about it. That'd be cool. But
that'd be a good idea.
This is it's kind
weird.
of scary. It's weird and. fucking, what happens when, like, we've talked about when breweries go in here and their financials don't look that good. People invest, they don't seem to care. This one, they don't seem to care. But what happens when the platform gets into financial trouble?
Well, it's not really a problem at the moment because they just raise money one-off for companies and that sort of thing.
Right.
They don't necessarily hold funds in escrow. Oh, they do actually. But when they start their share trading platform, there might become a bit of an issue.
But they've gone quiet on that, haven't they? Like when I was talking to them,
they mention it in the document.
Do they?
Yeah, and I think that might be a new revenue thing for them.
So maybe So maybe that's what they've been working on, possibly.
Yeah, possibly. Anyway, let's do the Hendo reacts and then the 12. I actually really need to pee. Can I pee? Yeah. And then I've got to go to a fucking dinner thing that I didn't know about. So.
Oh wow. Okay, yeah. I'll pause.
That was what the message was about before.
We could do a Vivek Ramaswamy and you could just pee live on air and we could just listen to it.
How about no?
Okay, we won't. We'll pause it. Okay. I can see him in the mirror there. I don't know what's happening, but...
Oh, shit. Put your pants on. I was changing my pants.
Oh, wow. I just started recording because I got bored. Sorry.
I was changing my pants.
Oh, shit. Okay, well...
And I didn't realise that the mirror was there.
Watch it on YouTube, friends.
Yeah, great. Watch that on YouTube. Watch me getting changed. I didn't even think. What the fucking hell, Hendo?
Have you piece out or not? Because I don't want to edit this.
No, I was in my undies, but
okay, good.
I just got out my shorts, got on my jeans. I'm being a little efficient. I've got to literally go next door to my meeting after this. So,
what's the meeting that's happening?
Let's get it on.
What's the meeting? That's
just with client. Which client? That's all.
Wow. Okay.
No biggie. That's why I'm here. Anyway, let's do some Hendo React, shall we?
Share the screen with audio.
All right, here we go. TikTok.
HR1.
What do we got?
Testing viral Amazon products. This device racked up millions of views for claiming to be able to take a can from room to fridge temperature in less than 60 seconds.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I bought one myself to put it to the test. The first step was to measure the difference in temperature between a normal can versus one from my fridge. The room temperature can was 18 degrees C, and the one from my fridge came in at a cool 8 degrees C. To use it, you just attach the can to the motor and insert it into the machine.
Okay.
I bought some ice from the shop, loaded it into the machine along with some water, closed the lid, and turned it on. The can spins at over 1,000 rotations per minute, and I was shocked that this process doesn't fizz up the can at all. After 1 minute of spinning, I removed the can, and despite my fear of this happening, I cracked it open and inserted the thermometer. I couldn't believe my eyes as the can had cooled down to 5 degrees
called
C,
Henry's Law,
which is even colder than the one that sat in my fridge.
Don't say dickhead. It's aggressive, because that surprised me. Explain.
What, the science?
Hendo explains. Okay,
so,
first of all, that's true, right? That's real?
That is real.
Okay.
Definitely real. So what happened was the was aluminium is made of metal and it conducts energy very efficiently. And so if you put ice and water in, it's going to transfer that energy out of the can onto the ice, melt the ice very, very quickly. And yes, why doesn't the product, the Dr. Pepper in that case, gush when you open it? The reason is that the product is cold, and cold water, which has CO2 dissolved in it, absorbs more CO2 when it's colder. So that's why it didn't gush. The can wasn't shaken, it was spun. So it wasn't like you were like shaking the can and agitating the product, you were just sort of spinning it. So there'd be no friction on the inside of the can. That's a pretty interesting, it's a very interesting thing, and it actually plays on all the science very, very, very well.
Oh, sorry. I finally nailed a Hendo Reacts. That was a good one.
Yeah, well done. Another fucking TikTok. $440 pre-game. $100 to chug. Hang on, I'll pause this. There's a guy sitting behind a desk that says $100 to chug your $100 to your $20. I can chug a Friday beer faster than you. Change my mind.
Okay, and but pause before we do this. We are This is user-generated content that we did not encourage them to share. So don't put us in the ABAC naughty bin.
Also, it's not Australian, so ABAC.
Not Australian, and this is not drinking advice. Don't do this.
They're American dollars, by the way.
Sponsored beers keep coming our way. Don't pause the sponsorship just because of this.
Okay. Right, here we go.
Patriots.
Cheers, paper cup. Do it. Oh my God. I've seen people do that.
Oh my God. What? That just disappeared.
That dude's still going.
Wow. $100. Oh, $20. He got $20.
He gets 20. They get 100 if they beat him.
He's gonna.
He's so arrogant. He waits for the other to drink before he even starts.
Oh, Nate. Hey, that was a valid enough. That was a good try.
It's a cold day too. Here we go. He just pours it down his gullet.
He's like 10 beers in the hole already.
Here we go. Oh man, that guy didn't even start.
I didn't see that one.
He didn't even start.
I prefer the Canadian.
Yeah. I feel like I've seen this guy on Friday beers. Then you know what you're up against.
Oh, he's close. He was close.
He was not close.
That bread?
Oh, she's not even close.
I'm not even thinking about it. She's not even finishing it.
She didn't even start.
Jesus.
Don't go faster. Don't gulp faster. You notice he's not gulping. How many beers this guy chugged?
I don't know. Oh,
Very, very amicable.
that's insane, isn't it?
That is very insane. Okay.
All right. Handover reacts number
you shouldn't
3.
chug beer. All right, here we go.
No, don't.
More
ABAC,
TikTok.
no, don't do that.
What the fuck's going on here? Okay. Putting beers in an esky.
Well, I think it's holiday season, so we need to get some
yeah.
esky management advice. That's my thinking
Sure.
here.
A man
Explain
with no
what's
esky is
happening
no man, I was told once.
Yep. You want to talk us through what's happening here, Hendo?
He's loading full boxes with the part of the
work,
one
man?
face ripped off, and he's putting ice on top of the boxes now, which that's actually a pretty good way to stack an esky, to be fair. And I actually reckon that would keep the ice longer. Wouldn't necessarily make the beers colder faster. But I like where he's going, because he can just rip open the top of the box. Oh! Okay. Oh, he's pulled the boxes out, and they're in the ice. Okay. Yeah. It's not Hollandia. Okay. Well, it's just basically stacking an esky, but just with extra steps. Just put
Not extra steps.
The moral
that was efficient.
No, it is extra steps, right? If you want to fucking stack an esky, if you want to fill an esky, right, put the beer in before the ice.
Yeah, but you have to, like, a carton of beer.
That's
you
not
have to do
fucking
6
rocket
steps
science.
for each carton, right? How many packs in a pack of Hollandia? 6?
24? What?
What are Hollandias?
4 packs. There's 6 4-packs.
6 4-packs. So you're doing 6 movements. With this strategy, you cut the top off, rip the top off, put the whole thing in there. That's one movement.
Okay. But
You do
also,
that 3
he's not
times,
stacking it.
and then just pull it out,
but
you're done.
That esky was not packed very efficiently at all. He could have put twice the amount of beer in there.
That's true, but it would have been a good ice coverage on those beers once you took a few out.
True. Very good.
Time saving.
Very time saving. All right. 12 questions. Let's
Stop
motor
sharing
it.
your
Sorry.
screen. You can't
Oh,
watch.
sorry. Rightio.
What time's your meeting? Just to go, like right now?
15 minutes ago, but hey, here we are.
Whoops. Okay.
I wasn't informed of the meeting, so.
Oh, that's fair. All right, we don't have. We've got a few, not too many. Okay. Question number 1. By the way, if you want to contribute, go to bostonthebrewer.com/groups/Boston the Brewer.
It's
Oh,
facebook.com/groups/Boston the Brewer.
Okay. Yes.
Fuck's
I'm used
sake.
to saying bostonthebrewer.com. Okay. Paul James, question colon, is Dan boating again?
Are you?
That remains to be seen. I'm thinking about it.
You haven't been boating, have you?
I haven't been, but I had to clean my lawn. I had to mow the lawn, and I tried to move the trailer that the boat is on, and the trailer fell into the dirt, and I can't get it out because the boat's full of water.
Okay, from the recent rain.
Yeah.
Did you leave the plugs in?
No, the plugs are out, but the water's in the front because the whole thing fell down into the front, and the front is in the dirt, and the water's in the front, and I can't physically lift it up. So,
rightio.
I haven't dealt with that problem. When I do, my plan is to find a jack in someone's car. I don't even know if they come with jacks anymore. I'm going to jack the front up, tip the water out, and resume.
Okay,
boating.
be very careful when you do that, though. Just saying, because if there's a lot of water in the front, when you jack it up, all that water's going to run to the back, and it's going to flick up really, really quickly.
Yes.
And might hit you in the face. So just be very careful, mate.
That's a good point. Okay. Safety.
And also, you need to get back out on the boat. Maybe I'll pop down between Christmas and New Year, and I'll help you read a fucking map.
Fuck yeah. Come down, dude. That'd be fun as shit. I'm attempting this year for the first year in as long as I can remember to have, apart from when I was unemployed, to have a week off between Christmas and New Year. Because normally it's the busiest time for beer, but we're planning on shutting down during that period. So
yeah, cool.
Are you around during that week?
Yeah. Can I stay?
100%. Come down.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, right, we'll go boating.
Come down, we'll go boating. All right.
I'll be the
question
fucking
number 2.
Captain. Captain fucking Endo.
We're all I'm the captain. I'm the captain. Okay, chill out. That'll be fun as shit. That'll be cool.
Fuck yeah, I'm down. Let's do it.
Adam Show, question: am I helping or hindering the marketing of the Adam beer?
Helping.
100%. This is UGC, as ABAC calls it.
Yes.
Now,
just can't wait for the video where he skulls it.
Has Adam Shell got a history of sharing inappropriate alcohol consumption on his social media, or?
Yes.
Okay. Well, this is not endorsed content, but yes, you are helping. Bevan Howell, question: is Adam beer only for Adam Shell? Not sure which one. No, it's a beer of the people.
It's an everybody beer.
Yeah,
that's
100%.
What we should call it. Adam beer, a beer for everyone, even if your name's not Adam.
If you want to contribute to the design of the can, I think that ship has sailed, so to speak. Not my ship, but that particular ship. All right. No, we've got okay, what's going on here? We've got a video here from Steve Hendo Henderson saying, I know I'm not supposed to be here, but this should give you an insight into tonight's show. Did I share this? What?
No.
Okay. I'll look at that after. If you want to see it, go to the group.
It's basically me drinking a cocktail with some dry ice and foam and a fucking mist and shit.
You're not supposed to add questions to the question thread. Okay.
Yes.
Darren Gittins. We know that guy. Colon. I like that. Lowercase. What lessons has Dan learned in the coffee world that breweries should take on board? Oh, that's a good one. I'll note that down as a little blog posty post.
Question on notice. That's a good. Great. Good for the blog post.
Yeah, I'll spend some time writing that because that's not something I want to answer quickly. That's a great question. Thank you, Darren. Very thoughtful, isn't he? All right, Phil Sharp, question. Why did the IBA buy Good Beer Week and now not running in 2024, not to mention 2021 when it was cancelled? Surely events like these is what the industry needs now in hard times, 1,000,000%. The IBA needs to promote craft beer to the broader community, and running events, whilst time-consuming to put together, needs to happen. Anyone here wants to argue with that? You want to argue with that? No. We're gonna skip. We're gonna skip over that one. We said our piece. Agreed. Phil Sharp number 2. Giveaway notice. Capital G, capital A, capital N, space colon. You did that on purpose. It's space colon one before. Motherfucker. One Adam Shell, not that one. The other one to a good home, preferably a brewery, as he may fret. Oh, I see. They're giving away Adam Shell to another brewery.
Which one?
Which one? Phil is giving him away. He's sick of him turning out. He's
consent?
going to give him to another brewery.
Did he consent?
What? Should we do a petition? What brewery wants to take out himself?
No, I think we're fine.
What about Helios?
They'll have him.
That's close. They'll have him.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Louis G, what to drink in Launceston, Tassie? Well, I went to the Bogues.
Yes. I know the answer to this.
They uncancelled it, so I'd go and do that. That's my first.
Go
answer.
to Communion Brewing.
Okay.
Andrew, good guy, good beer. Communion Brewing. Go. It's a little bit to the west of Lonnie, but you'll be right.
The same things happened to you there. What happened to me in Christian Boys College, or not?
Never been to Tasmania.
Okay. All right. Little Rivers Brewing in Scottsdale. There you go. Lonnie's awesome. I want to go back there.
Yep.
Good restaurant. I'll give you restaurant recommendations. Not sure about brewery recommendations. All right. Andrew Lane, question, what are your thoughts, Steve Henderson? Ooh, Mountain Culture Sierra Nevada Summer Pale Ale. Is this like an AI or is this actually like that?
It's a collab. It's a collab.
Oh, there you go.
Haven't tried it. Would love to try it. We don't see enough Sierra Nevada here anymore, as you know. Let's do it.
Makes sense. Looks good too. 5.6%, 355.
That's like Sierra Nevada Pale Ale.
Okay.
Yep.
Awesome. Andrew Lane, question, how did Black Ops get Shooter McGavin to do a promo for, oh my God, that
Cameo
thing? That was
Cameo.
Sorry.
This is a website. Go to cameo.com. You can get Snoop Dogg. We should get Snoop Dogg.
Yeah. All right. Andrew Lane, question, pros and cons for breweries doing a beer advent calendar beer. Has the standard gone up or dropped this year? You got time for that, or you got to get to your dinner?
I've got to get to my dinner.
Well, I would say the cons are brew a beer that explodes.
Yeah.
It starts exploding in the factory, and beer
as long as it
have to
doesn't
ring you and
re-ferment,
tell you
you're
it's gonna
okay.
ruin their whole calendar.
Exactly.
And
Yeah,
you can
poor
Google
bastard.
that one. Pros we'll find out on the next episode of The Boss and the Brewer.
Yeah.
Love your work. See you next year. Next year.
Are we on next week?
Almost.
Are we on next week in this last episode of the year?
I'm keen.
And we have a week off between Christmas and New Year, or is that when I'm going to be down at yours hanging out?
Oh, we can do it in
live
person
together.
Yeah, we should do that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
See you next week.
See you next week, mate. Enjoy your dinner.